A second stimulus check is coming in great news for viewers of this channel. But some react to the comments about the rest of the stimulus package overnight. Hey everybody, this is LALATE with a second stimulus check and stimulus package update. This video, as always, the fifth one, is the one about the check itself, in which we answer your questions from the day before. As always, like and subscribe to this channel and drop your comments below, and we may feature them in tomorrow's recording. And please hit the bell on the front of this channel so you get an alert when we have another second stimulus check update. So the second stimulus check is coming. It's great news. It's confirmed. We delivered the video to you earlier today. We know two great news updates today. First, we know the check is coming. We know there's going to be a second stimulus check. We know that because all three forces at issue, the White House, the Democrats, and the Republicans, have all confirmed there will be a second stimulus check. Second, we also know when it's going to be coming. We know the vote to approve the check will be around August 8th, which was actually first reported by this channel several weeks ago. So that's great news. The amount of the check, the manner of the delivery of the check, and what day you would get the check is still really up in the air. The contingencies and the considerations are, first, a $1,200 single check. Second, a single check that is more than $1,200, probably around $2,000, or three multiple $2,000 checks spanning you into 2021. Those are the considerations. Those are the options still on the table. The manner of delivery, there is talk of all the checks coming by electronic deposit. So that's great news. Then there's talk of them being delivered the same way the first stimulus checks were delivered. So let me get to some of your 183 second stimulus check questions yesterday, especially about SSDI, SSI, Social Security, railroad benefits, and veterans benefits. To recap, really great news, the second stimulus check is coming. Now, as I detailed earlier today, the second stimulus check is part of the second stimulus package, which has other parts in it. Renters assistance, hazard pay, unemployment benefits, PUA, FPUC. It includes a lot of other things. Some of those things aren't confirmed. Some of those things look like they're in trouble because some of the Republicans don't want them. Yesterday, I detailed that Steve Mnuchin, who is the Treasury Secretary, he's part of the Trump White House cabinet, doesn't want certain things. He does want a second stimulus check. So I'm making that very clear. The White House wants a second stimulus check, and they want it to be robust. But Steve Mnuchin doesn't want other things in the second stimulus package. So let me get to some of your questions. Raymond, I just pray that the people on SSI and SSDI receive a second stimulus check. Danielle, the government needs to stop being so damn cheap. I agree. I mean, it doesn't work in anyone's favor for the government to be cheap during a pandemic. They can recoup this money by issuing T-bonds. The Federal Reserve can print more money. They can afford this. They absolutely can do it. And it's a short-term relief. The pandemic is not going to be going into 2022. So let's get this done and right now. Victoria, people on UI are getting reoccurring payments already. Meantime, the rest of us only got one shot, and the deceased is ongoing. Bob Gabriel. Munchen is crazy. Savannah, the number one more important thing is fraud. Stephen, the clowns in DCs are out of control. Annette, I like to tell them where they could shove that economic info. Oh, boy. I agree 100%. Israel, Guiera, 3,000 people dead, and we don't need help. What's wrong with these people? There's something very wrong with them. I don't want to rant because I'm too early into this video. Let's all pull up our Mai Tai and take a sip right now. I mean, it's too early to rant, but come on. There's 66,000 new COVID-19 cases overnight. That's 66,000 more people unemployed. And we all know the death rate among COVID-19 cases. So why is Washington being cheap and lazy? Leela, Mitch McConnell is making money. D. Gaves, they've been printing these checks out. They just need to keep on sending them. Very well said. Kane, is SSI and SSDI getting a second stimulus check? Yes. All three proposals, the White House, the Democrats, and the Republicans, all want everyone at SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, and veteran benefits, anyone at those levels, they want to get a second stimulus check. There's only one scenario in which you wouldn't get a second stimulus check, and that is the Democrats don't want a second stimulus check to be delivered if there's more than 3 dependents on one tax return. I've done that a lot in the video, so I'm not going to kill that to death. But you remember that contingency. Ultimately, we'll see if that lasts. Arana, $2,000 per month, retroactive back to March for the next 12 months. I agree. I mean, if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe. And I've been detailing since the first day of this channel in April that, you were put on lockdown by the government and you were promised a check for each month that you were on lockdown. But, see, I'm choking over it. I'm so upset. And then because Mitch McConnell and his helicopter come and get me. This has been some day. First I have a fly come in my face, and now I'm choking to death, and I sneezed in another video. You were promised a check for every month you were on lockdown. So where are all those checks? Patricio, I'm on SSI, and the Social Security was taken out, child support taken out my first check. Will they take, I get this question a lot, will they take child support out of a second stimulus check? They might. We don't know the contingency. The other thing I've told viewers of this channel is if you are hoping to receive your second stimulus check in a bank account that is overdrawn and has fees being charged to it by your bank, get another bank account right away. Because there's nothing worse than hearing a second stimulus check is going to drop into an account that the bank is charging a lot of fees to. They will grab those fees from the second stimulus check. That's not a good thing. So I want you to be in a good place really quickly. Rita, I'm on SSI and worked and then got laid off. Can't find another job. We the people need help. Gary, look at the money they keep on wasting on other things. Very well said. Janice, anxiety skyrocketing. I mean, yes, my job is not only inform you, but inspiring, keep you positive, keep you happy, and keep you motivated. That's why I'm always throwing a parody or a comedy video here and there, because I want to keep you motivated. That's what I did with my EIDL video viewers. I mean, they didn't get anything and they're losing their businesses, and I kept them motivated, and I got some great, wonderful, exciting news on that EIDL video later coming up, and my job is to do the same with everyone, including the second stimulus check viewers. James, my wife and I are on Social Security. I qualified November 29. She qualified 2020. She was shown as my spouse not dependent. What's up with that? I set my 2019 taxes in. She has not received hers. Wow. So that's a great question, and I know exactly your answer, James Hoffman. And everyone else, please listen up. This is so important. This is a very common situation. So he knows, first of all, the first stimulus check is not delivered to adults who are dependents on someone else's tax return. Repeat, if you are a dependent on someone else's tax return, you are not eligible for a first stimulus check, but you will get a second stimulus check. They got rid of that thing. They hated that. I hated it too. It's gone. But that's why he mentions my wife was not a dependent on my tax return. So he just mentions that because he knows what the rule is. He does say that his wife was part of a joint filing of taxes. So what's interesting is he got his first stimulus check. She did not. But you see the difference between the two of them? I'll tell you the difference right now, and you already know what it is if you've been watching this channel. He was on benefits in 2019. He was on Social Security benefits in 2019. She was not. That's the difference. She went on benefits in 2020. The number one thing I've talked about on this channel over and over again is that the CARES Act back in March said no one needs to worry if they're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits in 2019. You don't have to worry about anything for your check because the IRS knows where you are because you were on benefits last year. It's those people who just went on benefits, any of the benefits I just mentioned this year. If you just went on benefits this year, the IRS said that you need to do something else. You need to do another step. It appears his wife didn't do the other step. And so the IRS did exactly what I've been telling everyone on this channel for the last couple of weeks. They sent a check to the husband because they knew where he was because he was on benefits in 2019. They didn't send one to her because she newly went on to benefits. And what's interesting here is they did file taxes, but he filed them in April, which is another point that this channel has talked about. The filing of taxes in April for them to know where to send a check in May is too late. The filing of taxes in July to have them know where to send a check in August is also too late. IRS doesn't move that fast. I move fast. You move fast. They don't move that fast. So there you go. Steve Mnuchin needs to look at the underemployed, says Terry Rose. Very well said. Angela, good afternoon, LALATE. You're my favorite, so informative. Well, thank you, Angela. Katie, my son's on SSI, and I'm his payee. I got his first check. Will he get this go around? So that's a great question as well. Yes, his check will go to you. So clearly you're teed up correctly. You were teed up correctly for the first stimulus check, and you're his payee. If anyone's a payee for someone and watching this video, and you got the first stimulus check, you will get the second stimulus check for the payee as well. Janice, hi, handsome. I love being called handsome. I'm late to the party. Love your videos. Best informative. You make it easy. You're amazing. Thank you for the information. Well, thank you. Mary, why can't they make up their minds? It's very disconcerting. I don't want to go into negative realms, and I don't want to get partisan, but I think they're ultimately going to pit the American citizen against one another, and they're going to use you as a pawn come the election this fall. They're going to say, no benefits for you. The other party didn't give you benefits, vote them out. The other party gave you too many benefits. They're going to blame each other and not give you something potentially like hazard pay. They're going to give you a second stimulus check. They're going to give you but they may not give you something like a hazard pay and then blame the other party over it. I do fear that coming. Daryl, will there be another second stimulus check for people on SSI and SSDI? Like they did give the first stimulus check? Yes, there will be. All three parties want to say it. That was our confirmed video earlier today. Kim Romero, they actually said it needs to be signed and approved by July 31st. No, it can be done on around August 7th or August 8th. That's the last day they're in session. This channel is the first to report it and now being reported elsewhere. We appreciate your time taking out V. Thank you, V. Very kind. John Beard. Yes, we definitely don't want the politicians to overexert themselves. I love that. Savannah. What I don't understand is why the American people are now marching to the White House. Maybe because it's too warm outside. I agree. I mean, it's just disgraceful. Kane, people on SSI only make about a certain amount of money per year. Yes, but Social Security people, normal Social Security people could make more than the Mitch McConnell proposal. Let's stay with that. We'll see what happens. Again, as I said yesterday, Mitch McConnell's proposal is not even on a napkin. It hasn't been written anywhere. Jeffrey, the damn politicians could be the ones that could be hurting. Julie Joner, we ate poor here. We need the help. Those who are bullying are cowards. Thank you so much for the updates. Well, thank you. Marilyn, my name's Marilyn from Ohio. Thank you for the information. I just don't have faith in our government. They should be more understanding. Sean, Dan, that unemployment, I haven't heard that yet. Wow. Unezi, sorry I'm late. Tammy, I wait every day for your updates to come out. I appreciate you taking the time. But thank you. We have 4 videos today in addition to this one. So we have the first one on SSI, the check, and SSDI. We have the second one on hazard pay. We have the third one on unemployments. We have the one on rent assistance. So there's a lot of videos that apply to viewers of this channel. And then we have this one, and then we have EIDL coming up. Robin, I'm new to this, and I I don't know if I fit in. I'm on SSDI. I have a small amount. I just keep on coming back. The info is gold. LA, you look like my oldest brother. Oh, I do? That's incredible. I'm serious. Well, thank you so much for the blessings. The lighting has been horrible today. The videos have had great news. The bad news has been the lighting. So I look like crap today. So I don't know if I still look like your older brother. Mimi, oh my God, I called the SBA and someone was so rude. Tina, well, thank you for all of you do. I'm glad I found your YouTube channel. Well, thank you so much. Carolyn, hospitality industry workers make more than $40,000 a year. Janice, so yeah, Mitch doesn't want to give you money if that's the case. Janice, people are losing their houses. I mean, it's very well said. Dino, hey, LALATE, my name is Dino. Question, you've been very helpful. I just got on Monday and Tuesday and for 3 weeks of unemployment. Will I get the $1,800 for the 3 weeks? So yeah, if you have gone through the unemployment application in your state and have got it filed, that's what's most important. Ultimately, there's all this stuff as the fly comes in my face again. There's all this stuff coming up in late July where, you know, some people in the White House don't want to give it to you. Some in the other party do. What's important to say is get your case on file for unemployment now, and you will be under the CARES Act. You will be under the March 1st stimulus bill, and you will get all its benefits. And you know what's great about it is you get all the weeks of those benefits. So don't worry about what Steve Mnuchin and all those people are saying. You will get those benefits. Moreover, if you're impacted backwards, if you are late to file and you're just filing now from March, you'll get all those retroactive benefits. Watch our unemployment videos. Victoria, people are getting enhanced UI. Condi, Stevie can say anything he wants. He just wants to wait and see this economy go on its knees. Bessie, people are unemployed. At least have a check. British Gray, thank you, LA, for updating us. Crystal, thank you, LA. You're doing a great job. Well, thank you so much. Really nice comments today. Eva loved my comments about the napkin. Cherry Rez, a lot of people on SSDI did not get the first stimulus check. Are they going to get it a double one? No, that's a really great question, and it's late in this video. So if you did not get the first stimulus check, you need to really watch my videos and see if you are eligible for the first stimulus check, if you're on SSDI or SSI. If you're still confused, drop a question, I'll answer for you. Basically, the situation is pretty simple. You are eligible for a first stimulus check if you're on SSDI or SSI, with one exception. You were a dependent on someone else's tax return. If you were a dependent on someone else's tax return, you don't get a first stimulus check. If you weren't, then you are. And ultimately, you are then one of the 200 to 300,000, I don't know, it's an enormous number of people, 300,000, 300 million. It's like an incredible sum of people who never received a check that are still getting the check. There are all these first stimulus check people that qualify for check that the IRS hasn't sent them the check. It's not quite clear why they haven't sent the check, whether they haven't found them or whether they don't know where they are or whether they're still trying to work on getting the check to them. But ultimately, if you were not a dependent on someone's return, then you were eligible for the first stimulus check if you're on SSI and SSDI. If people want that video to be done, tell me and I'll make that video as well. It's basically a first stimulus check video. Thank you so much for this update, Virginia. Well, thank you. What's going on with hazard pay, Dolores? That's our second video today. A lot of concern about that. And Barbara says, we appreciate your war reporting. Well, thank you. If you have questions in today's video, drop them in comments below and we answer them tomorrow's recording. Coming up later today, EIDL. As always, Dave LA for more.